What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with the New York Giants post-game video. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring the bell. That way you know when I go live for Giants content or do a video like this. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram and Twitter, please do so. The links to my Instagram and Twitter are in the description. I will follow you back. Really trying to grow the IG. So if you're going to follow me on one of those formats, please make it Instagram, and I will follow you back. So the New York Giants get demolished tonight, 20-6. I thought maybe that we would play a little bit tighter game. Cleveland did not blow us out, but it was pretty obvious that they're the better team. And I don't think that any New York Giants fan was going to argue that going into this game. The odds were definitely stacked against us. And I think the Giants did pretty much about as well as one could have expected with the situation that they were in against Cleveland. Cleveland fighting for a wild card spot. Not that we were not fighting for the division, because we are with Washington's loss. But we just got beat by a better team tonight. I'm going to start off with the positives. And there was like one positive tonight. And that was Andrew Thomas. I thought Andrew Thomas was absolutely fantastic tonight. I mean, Myles Garrett didn't do a damn thing. And the last sack, I don't even care. We're down by 2 touchdowns with 30 seconds to go. Cleveland just brought everybody. Everybody got to him. I don't care that Myles Garrett got home on that. I thought Andrew Thomas was absolutely terrific. He couldn't have asked for a better game from him. Like I said, he completely shut down Myles Garrett, one of the best pass rushers in the league. And Andrew Thomas didn't play well last week, but he'd really come on like the last 5-6 games. He's really turning into a good left tackle. That is what you need to see from him. So hopefully he can continue to improve, because left tackles are positions you draft early in the draft when you expect them to be there for 10 to 15 years. And it's very encouraging to see him getting better. That is something you want to see. He really struggled at the beginning of the year. Didn't really understand that a lot of that had to do with Mark Colombo, and I have no doubt about that. And once Colombo started to get out of the way and Joe Judge started to take over, now Googs is in there, I think Andrew Thomas is becoming a very good left tackle. So that is very encouraging. Other than that, it's hard to say anything good really happened. I do think that Colt McCoy did as good as he could. He didn't turn the ball over. He made some pretty decent throws, but he's a backup quarterback. He's a journeyman quarterback. I thought we ran the ball pretty well. I thought in the first half we didn't punt once, and I thought we did a really decent job of hanging in there with Cleveland. I definitely scratched my head at Joe Judge's decisions. I think 2 weeks in a row, Joe Judge has definitely had some head-scratching decisions. I definitely think that Joe Judge has made some mistakes. I don't think Daniel Jones should have played last week. No doubt about that. And I'm going to say this about Daniel Jones, too. I'm done talking about Daniel Jones. Okay? We had this heated debate again in the stream tonight. I am done talking about him. I'll mention him, but I'm done talking about him. I'm going to say this about Daniel Jones, and this is it. You will not change my opinion on Daniel Jones, and I will not change your opinion on Daniel Jones. Plain and simple. So I'm not going to discuss it with the chat, the live chats, none of it. I am not discussing him anymore. Nobody's going to change my opinion on him except for Daniel Jones. He will be the one to change my opinion. And I'm not going to change your opinion on him either. If you're going to, defend him, you're going to defend him. I'm not. So I'm not discussing that anymore in live chats or in the discussion, in the comment section. I will not entertain questions about Daniel Jones. Not until next year anyway. But Daniel Jones should not have played last week, and there's no doubt about that. I thought Judge put him in harm's way last week. I thought it was a bad decision. I thought the 2 times inside the 5, going for it for the end for a touchdown instead of a field goal, I thought those were poor decisions, especially the first one. It's 4th and goal from the 5. I think you need to take the 3 points. I think you had a really good drive to start the game. I think you have to finish that with points for the offense's confidence. And I did not like the play call. I do not like Riley Dixon throwing a pass. I just don't believe in that. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 5, give it to Colt McCoy to throw the ball. He's your quarterback. Let him throw the ball. Or line up for the field goal and make Cleveland believe that you're going to kick the field goal and then fake it. But I did not like that play design whatsoever. Don't want your punter throwing a pass. Second time, it's 4th and 2. You've run the ball pretty effectively. I can understand it. I don't like it. I feel like the Giants should have taken those points. They would have had 9 points. It would have been 14-9 at halftime. You're still kind of in the game at that point. I understand that we need to score 7 points. I understand this offense all year has had a tough time in the end zone. They're one of the worst, if not the worst, red zone offense. They're second to last in scoring to the New York Jets. So obviously the Giants have a lot left to be desired. The lack of an explosive player on the offense certainly shows up. We run the ball, and in between the 20s, we're actually not bad. But when we get into that red zone, we really, really lack just a guy that can get into the end zone. We don't have any players on this team with a nose for the end zone. We just don't. And it shows up week in and week out. This defense does exactly all it can do. This Giants team reminds me a lot of the middle 90s. You know, when Dave Brown and Danny Cannell were the quarterbacks, and the defense played well enough to keep us in the game, and the offense just couldn't put anything together. They could never score 20 points. They would score 16 points. We'd lose 19-16. We would lose 21-20. We'd lose 23-17. It's a lot of that. I think the defense did what it could, but the defense was not good tonight. The score may not indicate that, but Cleveland had about 35 first downs. Baker Mayfield was pretty clean all night. They did not touch him. They got one sack. Dexter Lawrence had the one sack. Cleveland's offensive line did a great job, and Baker Mayfield was pretty much untouched. Baker had a great game, and Baker made there was a lot of open throws we had. It seemed like a lot of times they were killing us in that zone. The tight ends were sitting down. They were wide open all night, but when Baker needed to make a throw in tight windows, he made it. Baker played really good. The Cleveland Browns are a very good team. That may not be a team that lights up the scoreboard with a ton of points, although they did score 42 against Baltimore, and they did score 41 against Tennessee. But Cleveland can win in a lot of different ways, and that's why they're dangerous. I'll be honest, I think if Cleveland played Pittsburgh right now, I think Cleveland is the better team. I don't think Cleveland could beat Buffalo. I don't think Cleveland could beat Kansas City. But I definitely think Cleveland can win their first round. I think if Cleveland makes the wild card, I think that they can win the wild card round depending on who they play. I don't think that Buffalo and Kansas City would have a bye. So I do think that Cleveland could beat, somebody else. I do. But they're good. And they drafted well. And that's why they're in the situation they're in. The Giants have to draft well. We haven't. We've missed on some players. There's no doubt about that. A lot of guys want Gettleman gone. I understand. But I'll say this again. I don't know what you expected of this team this year. We had a very tough schedule, and it's still a very young team. But I thought Gettleman did a good job this year. A lot of people want him gone. I understand it. A lot of people are impatient. I understand it. It's just a shame, And again, I think the whole reason everybody's so emotional about this Giants team this year is because this division has just got awful. I mean, if Dallas was where everybody expected them to be, which was about 10-4, we would be out of it, and we wouldn't even be talking about a division, and we wouldn't even be getting as upset. I think the fact that we won 4 in a row, took over first place, we forgot what that feels like, and got to understand at the end of the day, we're still not a very good team. We're still missing pieces. We need an edge rusher. You know what I mean? Our secondary is very thin, especially with Bradbury out. Our secondary, we need help. We still need a second cornerback. I feel like we need an edge rusher. We definitely need a number one wide receiver. There's no doubt about that. We need a guy that can stretch the field on the outside. And, we just need to be a better team. But we got beat by a better team tonight, a team that is going in the right direction, and a team that's figured it out. A team with a very good running game, very good offensive line, good tight ends. Landry's a very good wide receiver, and Baker's a very good quarterback. So they did what they were supposed to do. They came in, they won a game. It may not have been pretty, but again, they didn't have to really do a lot tonight. They did what they had to do, and they won convincingly. So the Giants have to go back to the drawing board. We'll see. Again, we got a very, very tough game coming up against Baltimore. And, the Ravens are also fighting for a playoff spot. So that's not going to be easy. Lamar Jackson is going to be a headache. He's very fast. He's very athletic. He makes plays with his legs. And, Baltimore got a good defense. And it ain't going to be easy. But, again, you just want to see the Giants improve. They got to learn from this stuff. And, they're playing meaningful games. That's all that you can really ask for. You got to hope that they learn from these mistakes and get better going into next year. That's all we wanted to see this year was the Giants improve. I do believe they improved in some areas. I believe the offensive line has gotten a lot better. I believe this defensive line has really come together very well. I like the additions of Blake Martinez and James Bradbury. I like the way Jabril Peppers has played this year. I definitely think you've seen some improvement from this team. And they have to continue to improve, and they have to have another really good year. I think they had a very good offseason with the free agents and the draft that they did. they need another one. They need another solid free agency class to come in here and make a big impact like Bradbury and Martinez did. And I also think that we need to draft position this year. Would definitely a wide receiver, one way or the other, needs to come in here, and definitely an edge rusher. I think those two have got to be addressed. I think they will be addressed. And we'll see what we got. We got 2 more games left. We're still not out of it, but we're going to need a lot of help. And hopefully the Giants figure it out. That's all I got in this video, guys. It's late. I hate these late night games. I got to go to bed. I got to get up for work in the morning. I will try to do more videos. I kind of needed a little bit of a break. And, you know, this season's worn me down a little bit. Can't lie. It's been a very emotional roller coaster this season. So that's all I got. I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you guys for watching. As always, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and enjoy your Monday. Until next time, it's Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace!